You follow the rules: degree, career, mortgage, checking every socially mandated box. But you still wake up feeling like the underlying code of your daily routine is quietly corrupting your hard drive. Mainstream psychology typically treats this burnout as a hardware defect, prescribing painkillers like mindfulness or medication to manage the symptoms of the crash. These interventions are designed to quiet your distress just enough to slot you back into the same toxic, unchanging system that caused the breakdown in the first place. When individual treatments fail to resolve a systemic crisis, the error resides in the fundamental architecture of the life script itself. From a systems engineering perspective, your hardware is fine. The issue is that you're running a corrupted operating system. This legacy code was written during the Industrial Revolution to produce predictable citizens for a manufacturing economy. Because it was never built for fulfillment, millions are crashing. Society labels this the standard, but it's actually just the predictable pattern of a failing operating system. Forcing human intelligence into a 19th century industrial mold creates a processing bottleneck that our hardware was never built to sustain. To fix the crash, we have to isolate the bug. The legacy code relies on a process called identification, the tendency to believe we are our temporary thoughts and inherited beliefs. In IT terms, it's a fatal architectural error. The central processor believes it is the temporary data passing through the RAM. The system overheats and freezes. Our emotions follow similar math. Your internal set, your mood, multiplied by your external setting, your environment, produces a temporary emotional signal. Take the raw data of a job loss or a divorce, process it within a traditional close-knit village, and the cultural algorithm multiplies the event into a signal of heavy shame. But process that same event in a hyper-individualistic environment like Berlin, and the parameters change. The resulting signal might be relief or vast freedom. These profound emotions are merely temporary mathematical files dictated by your current environment and mindset. If the legacy code causes universal misery, why do we fiercely resist rewriting it? Every crashing system provides secondary gains, the hidden payoffs of misery. Complaining about a stagnant relationship or a toxic boss earns sympathy and provides a socially acceptable excuse to never take a risk. Humans prefer the predictability of a familiar crash over the absolute void of writing their own code from scratch. In thermodynamics, a system won't undergo a phase transition until the pressure applied to it exceeds a specific limit. It must overcome its own inertia. Most people simply haven't reached the pressure limit where the pain of staying the same outweighs the terror of writing a new program. Resolving this conflict requires a shift in how we handle incoming data, beginning with the decoupling of the observer from the emotional signal. This is anthropo-intelligence, or AI degree. When a wave of anxiety hits, you recognize your system is producing a signal under a specific set and setting. You are the engineer observing the signal, not the signal itself. Once you upgrade, you face a new environmental hazard. Your peers and family are likely still running the crashing legacy code. To protect your bandwidth, you need a two-part boundary protocol. Grant zero tolerance for passive complaints, but open a dedicated channel the moment someone wants to discuss actual change. Letting someone vent just bleeds off their pressure. It acts as an accomplice to their stagnation, preventing them from ever hitting the threshold they need to upgrade. You cannot debate someone out of the default script. Theories and words will simply bounce off their system's firewall. To spread the new code, you must become the proof of concept. You must become the living prototype that produces undeniable health and action in the exact same environment where others crash. A system running clean code functions like a sunflower. Without struggle or debate, it automatically and naturally optimizes for the light. Consider your loudest, most persistent daily complaint. Are you truly looking for a fix, or are you quietly enjoying the secondary gains of the crash? Will you continue clinging to a familiar failure, or are you finally ready to face the blank screen and type out a brand new script?